For Princeton, the Tigers go with John Thompson and Bob Scrabis at the forwards, Alan Williams at center, Joe Scott and Dave Orlandini in the backcourts. And of course, they are coached by the very charismatic Pete Carrill of the Tigers. Scarlet Knights, coached by head coach Craig Littlepage, will send out a starting lineup which is going to look different from the one that you have there on the screen. Eric Riggins and Steve Watson indeed will start. Rick Danica will start. Now, the original starting lineup had Anthony Duckett and Miles Dixon in there, but there have been some changes. Mark Peterson will start at center. And also starting Lee Perry, freshman from Freehold, New Jersey. So a little bit of a different look for Rutgers, Dick.
Very different look. They had been experimenting in the beginning of the year. Miles Dixon getting his first starting assignments since he's been here. Steve Brown also getting some starting assignments, and then the injuries hit and they had to revamp it again. Looking at those comparison scores with Seton Hall is a tough one to make there, because Princeton kind of controls tempo of a game, so margin would usually not be as large. That'll be a big factor here. It always is when you play Princeton. Pete likes to control the tempo, likes to take his time, look for the good shot.
And the crowd here at the Athletic Center now rising as the Rutgers Pep Band will play our national anthem. And we're ready to play basketball here between Princeton and Rutgers. Looking over the Princeton starters, Dick, a couple of interesting names. One of them notably John Thompson, Jr. out of Washington, D.C., and related, of course, to head coach John Thompson of Georgetown.
Well, they did a feature in one of the papers recently about all the coaches' sons and relatives that seem to play for Pete. You have John Thompson, you have Cotton Nash's son, who's playing for him. You have Pat Kennedy, the coach at Florida State. His nephew is playing for him. And the head coach at Selinsgrove, his son is playing for Pete. So he's got 3 coaches and a nephew of a coach.
All right, Princeton will be in their road black uniforms with the orange numerals and orange trim. And Rutgers, of course, in their home white with the scarlet or red numbers and trim, if you will. Alan Williams jumps it up against Mark Peterson, and Rutgers comes up with the basketball. Scarlet Knights move left to right on your screen. Just underway, Rick Danica fires across Riggins. Thompson hits Eric Riggins.
No hesitation on Eric's part. He's an offensive player. He's got to get that shot up, and that's a good shot for him.
And the Knights take the early lead. This is Williams. Scrabis, Bob Scrabis, number 34. Orlandini's 21.
Rutgers opening in a man-to-man. Princeton running the offensive run ever since Pete's been there, and before him, Butch Van Bredikoff.
45-second shot clock, of course, in the NCAA. Down to 10. Outside shot, rims the basket. Rebound, though, underneath by Scrabis. Bob Scrabis. Tough rebound.
Battling inside. Looking at that Rutgers situation now with that lineup they have in there. Watson is a guard. Somebody was calling him Magic, that 6'9" guard.
Riggins from three-point range. They say it was just inside the line. 4-2, Rutgers leads.
Good passing and cutting. You'll see them bring it back out if they don't have something to start it again. But everybody passes and cuts.
Outside, that's for 3. In and out. Peterson with the rebound. Orlandini popping from 3-point range.
Second shot he took, that other one looked like it was from 3-point range also.
Riggins puts it up. Doesn't go. Rebound, Williams.
Pete Carrill's zone offense was almost designed for the 3-point play because he doesn't necessarily go inside. He doesn't have all that height in there, so he works for the good jump shot, and every one of those players is capable of hitting the standstill jumper.
This is Thompson, number 22. Princeton very deliberate. Tigers looking for the good shot.
Well, Rutgers has changed that defense, so they want to take a look at it.
This is Scott, dribbles in, outside Orlandini for 3, doesn't go. Rebound Thompson, and Princeton gets a fresh 45.
Orlandini, 3 shots, all 3 from 3-point range.
Scrabis for 3, got it. 3-point shot for Bob Scrabis.
Pete's probably one of the few coaches that didn't have to make an adjustment for the 3-point play.
And Dick with that 3-point shot, Princeton takes the lead 5-4. Knocked out by Alan Williams. You're going to see 2 coaches in this game who like to get involved in the game. Craig Littlepage and Pete Carrill. Whistle before the shot. And the crowd extremely quiet right now, waiting for something to happen. And I still don't know what the call is.
I have a feeling it may be on the 45-second clock, but I'm not sure.
And they'll reset it. I guess there was something wrong with the clock. And we'll assume that's what it was. Lee Perry will inbounds. Perry, freshman at a freehold, 6'7". Getting the starting assignment tonight for Rutgers.
Played for Jack Cunard at Freehold, and Jack had been the coach of Power Memorial High School for many years. Had some great players up there before he moved over to New Jersey.
And now we're ready to go, finally. Perry inbounds. Rick Datica with the basketball. Here is Watson, also a freshman. Riggins. Watson tried to force it. Scrabis picks it off. (5-4). Tigers lead it early. 16.5 remaining first half. Outside Scrabis for 3. He's got it. Another 3-point shot for Bob Scrabis. Princeton by 4. Riggins with the move. Doesn't go. Rebound Williams. And Princeton beating Rutgers off the boards here early.
No real great size out there for Princeton either. Alan Williams, good rebounder, leading the team in rebounding. Against Davidson, I believe Princeton had 6 3-pointers.
Scott doesn't go. Rebound knocked around. The foul is on Peterson. Nope. Foul is on Princeton. Alan Williams called for the personal. Alan Williams commits the Princeton foul. His first personal foul. As the first team foul for Princeton. And of course the first personal foul for Williams. Knights bring it across. Here's Datica. Watson in the backcourt. Rick Datica puts on a move. Now adjusts, gets over to Watson. In the corner, Riggins. Riggins loses the ball, but the foul on Princeton might be on Thompson.
Riggins put it on the floor nicely that time. Didn't quite have the jumper. Put it on the floor nicely and penetrated.
The second foul on Princeton, and the Scarlet Knights will set up. 15.5 remaining first half. 8-4. The Tigers lead. Danica for three. Yes. (8-7) the score.
Rutgers switching defense, coming back to man again. Princeton likes to pull their postman out. You saw Alan Williams almost at that three-point line. He steps out, gives a little bit more room for cutting, and opens it up, and that's what their offense involves, a lot of cutting.
Scott inside Williams, outside Scrabus for three. Doesn't go, rebound, Peterson rips it away. Danica running down for Rutgers. On the flank for Riggins. Riggins spinning, and the foul on Princeton. It will be against Thompson.
Riggins' quickness giving the Princeton players a little bit of trouble here. He's put in the floor nicely, tried a little whirl dribble towards the baseline that time, got wrapped, caused him to lose control.
Watson to Peterson. Mark Peterson with the hook. And the tap by Riggins doesn't go. Thompson with the rebound. Joe Scott, senior from Pelican Island, New Jersey.
Pelican Island. I meant to look that up to say, where is Pelican Island? I know it's down by the shore, but...
You just took the words right out of my mouth, Dick, and our director, Doug Giss, just told us it's down by Seaside Heights. Thanks, Doug. Inside they go to Alan Williams. (10-7), Princeton by 3. Riggins doesn't go. Williams with the rebound for Princeton. Here's Scott.
Surprised Bruce Springsteen hasn't written a song about Pelican Island.
Joe Scott's waiting for it too. Here's Scott, Thompson, Orlandini. And again, Princeton very deliberate, very patient on offense. They lead by 3. Well-disciplined team.
Interestingly enough, in those years when the clock wasn't mandated and Princeton come up here, Pete would usually choose the clock. He said, I don't hold the ball.
10 seconds on the 45-second shot clock. For 3 is Scott. Doesn't go. Rebound, Peterson. Tigers taking a lot of three-point shots. Steve Brown is into the game for Rutgers. He's in the backcourt with Danica.
Joey Scott having a little trouble for Princeton. He started out shooting about 51%. The last few games, he's down to about 27%, so he's trying to find his range out there.
Danica for 3. This is a three-point festival here tonight. Knocked out off of Princeton.
You know, I think what happens, I saw that Davidson game, and it was the same kind of thing, a lot of three-point shots, and I think it's the nature of the Princeton team. First of all, they play in a zone defense, and they pack it in a little bit. Secondly, they have an offense that looks for those three-point shots.
That's kick ball. Watson tried to force it by Thompson. So up front for Rutgers, you have Peterson, Riggins, and Watson now as he goes from the backcourt to the forward slot. And Steve Brown and Rick Danica at the guards position. Watson, yes. That's just a two-point shot.
Interesting to note, too, as soon as he put Watson back in that wing or corner spot, he's probably a little more comfortable than he is out in that guard spot.
Orlandini loses the ball. Interesting stat we should mention here. Princeton has 4 team fouls. Rutgers has none with 12 minutes remaining in the half. Here's Watson on the wing. Danica. Watson is open, declines the shot. Steve Brown. Watson moves baseline, puts it up and in. Steve Watson, the freshman from Franklinville, New York. 11-10, Rutgers has recaptured the lead. Bounce pass Orlandini to Scravis, and Princeton will bring it right back out. Thompson, Scott for three. Yes. Princeton back out on top, 13-11. And Riggins draws the foul.
Rutgers done a good job attacking that 3-2 zone of Princeton, working around the perimeter, showing some patience, and bringing it back against that seam, dropping it down inside. Riggins made a great move to the basket.
Eric Riggins, we mentioned 27 against Seton Hall last week at the Meadowlands Arena. He is 21st on the all-time Rutgers list in scoring. And last year, Riggins had 22 points against Princeton in the Princeton victory.
Has a chance at moving way up that ladder. Could probably catch Battle, who ranks at number 10. Needs about 475 points, I believe, to rank 10th in all-time scoring.
Riggins hits the first, second on the way. Good. Eric Riggins hits both. It's a tie game. We're tied at 13. Just under 11 minutes remaining in the first half.
Shooting well from the foul line this year, 83%.
Here's Scravis, moves baseline. Nice move by Scravis.
Datica tried to jump in there and almost covered for him with that help defense.
The Tigers by 2, 15-13. Cross-court Datica. Watson inside Peterson, back out to Brown. Cross-court Datica. Rick Datica moves to the corner, in trouble. Gets it out to Brown. Mark Peterson, Brown at the top of the circle. Yes.
Rutgers big men inside playing well. They're dumping it in. If they got it, they're going to the hoop. If they don't, they're not hesitating, getting it right back out again.
Princeton rushing down the court. Orlandini with a nice bounce pass to Williams, who drew the foul underneath. Caught Rutgers maybe napping in that situation there.
Well, you can do that against Princeton because you don't expect them to run.
So here's Alan Williams to the line. He's a senior, 6'6", from Pensacola, Florida. And he hits the first. It's always interesting to look at a Princeton roster because there's players from all over the nation. Second, no good, off the front of the rim. Peterson comes up with the basketball, and Steve Brown pushes it up court. Princeton by 1, 16-15. Datica loses to Williams. Tigers come the other way.
Rutgers back to the zone. It's a 1-3-1 zone. Datica on the baseline, running quarter in the corner. Princeton likes to go cross court against it.
Scott wide open at the top of the key for three. Joe Scott. Princeton by 4, 19-15. And the foul is on Princeton. Orlandini called on the personal. That'll be, should be the 17th foul against Princeton. No, I guess not. It's number 6. It's 6 and Rutgers inbounds. Here's Datica. 9 minutes remaining first half. Datica throws it up and draws the foul. Orlandini again on the personal.
Not a very smart play by Orlandini. I think he realizes that. And so does Coach Carrill, I think. And it's going to make an adjustment here.
Orlandini will sit down. And into the game for Princeton, Mike Harnum, number 30, junior from Selinsgrove, PA. Here's Rick Danica at the line. Ricky Danica, of course, last year had the foot injury, missed most of the season. Hits the first. Injured that foot against Georgia Tech last year at Madison Square Garden.
Rutgers tradition holding true with 2 players now with foot problems. Darren Campbell, and of course now Anthony Duckett.
Danica hits both. And it's a 2-point Princeton lead, 19-17. Rutgers applying pressure that time, but the Tigers do get it up. Here is Scott. Inside Williams, kicked by Peterson. They're going to call foul on Peterson. That would be Mark's second personal.
Rutgers continuing to switch their defensive from the 1-3-1 zone to the man-to-man.
Thompson triggers for Princeton. Nice move by Williams, and he gets the basket.
Nice little out-of-bounds play there along the baseline.
21-17, Princeton by 4. Danica moves inside. Watson for 3. Doesn't go. Peterson with a strong rebound. The foul is on Peterson, though. And that would be his 3rd. Over the top. No?
Foul's on Scrabis.
I see. I thought it was on Peterson. My mistake. It is on Scrabis. That's his first foul.
Who was on the back of Peterson.
Right. Thought for a second, though, Dick, they were going to call the foul on Peterson, and that would have been his 3rd. He is at the foul line. Peterson, the junior from Oak Hill, West Virginia, gets the first. Lee Perry getting set to come back in the game for Rutgers. And the second by Peterson is good. He hits both. And Peterson comes out, gets a hand from the crowd, and Lee Perry into the game for Rutgers. There's Craig Littlepage talking to Peterson. Scrabis can't save it. It runs into the stands. He did save it. Remarkable play by Scrabis. Well, I'll tell you, that was some hustle.
I didn't think he had it.
Williams underneath, hits and is fouled.
Always tough to defend that high post because they do a lot of those V cuts where he'll come to the ball and cut back. Watch Williams. He'll come to the ball a little bit, then he'll take that step away and get that little back door. He had good hands. Here's the long pass. We'll see the save. Yeah, he was good. Legitimate save. Wound up at least in the 4th row.
Here is Danica. Watson. Steve Brown. Danica off the front of the iron. And Princeton with the rebound. Tigers quickly down court. Scrabis lays it up and in. And the foul on Danica.
What's interesting, Lewis, you don't usually see Princeton going for that quick outlet pass and looking long, and they've done that 2-3 times already.
And Princeton now has its largest lead. The Tigers lead by 7, 26-19, and Scrabis has 1 shot. He'll try to complete the 3-point play, and he does. It's an 8-point Princeton lead. Danica and Steve Brown. There's Riggins. Danica almost traveled.
Looks like he's been almost traveling every time he makes that move.
Perry has it tipped by Williams. Princeton, good defense. And Scott will bring it across methodically for the Tigers. Harnum in the backcourt now for Princeton as well.
Alan Williams, the center, all the way out there, top of the key.
Scravis gets it back out. Harnum for three. Yes. And Craig Littlepage wants to talk it over. 6 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. There's a break in the action. Princeton 30, Rutgers 19.
Saturday, a knockout night of action on ESPN. An AWA wrestling special features a heavyweight lineup and a holiday present from a jolly old soul.
Oh, brother, the world's greatest talent's here. Me!
Then, the world middleweight kickboxing champion, Johnny Theriault, defends his title and his knockout reputation against Europe's #1 contender, Ernesto Hoost. Saturday night at the fight starts at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN.
Craig Littlepage calling the timeout, wanted to talk it over. Dick, a plethora of three-point plays by Princeton.
Well, I don't think that's really anything unusual. We talked about that early. That this is the only thing different about this Princeton offense and the ones they've run in the past is that they get 3 points when they put that shot in now. I mean, they always had good jump shooters. They always worked very well. And as people say, against the zone, that's how you can beat a zone from the outside. And when Pete doesn't have the players to go inside, he relies on those outside shooters.
Just heard a score here, which will make Atlantic 10 followers happy. Temple 67, Villanova 65. Nice win for the Owls. Here's Datica. Steve Brown. Watson. Really looks like Rutgers is really struggling against this defense. Peterson. Peterson, Riggins inside, got position, got the basket.
Did a very nice job of being patient, going over top, around the horn, stretched that zone out a little bit, and then dished it inside. Good play.
30-21, Princeton by 9, 5:50 remaining. Rutgers 6 out of 14 so far in the game. Princeton 11 out of 17. 64% from the field for Princeton. It's not bad. Pete Carrillo will take that every time.
Particularly since many of them are three-pointers.
Yeah. Another three-pointer. It's good. Rattled in by Williams.
Not only another, but that's your center taking your three-pointer.
Tigers shooting three-pointers unconsciously. Riggins draws the foul. Got a poke in the face.
Princeton's going to have to contain him because they're going to get themselves in foul trouble. Almost every time he's put it on the floor there over in that left corner, he's drawing the foul.
Of course, Princeton over the foul limit here in the first half. Rutgers still only has 14 fouls. Datica comes out. Miles Dixon into the game for the Scarlet Knights. And we are under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Eric Riggins will go to the line, and as Dick Lloyd pointed out earlier, Riggins has been shooting well from the free throw line this year. And he bangs that one in. Thought I almost jinxed Riggins on that. They'll get another. He can cut it to 10. And he does. 33-23.
Center all the way out high again, Alan Williams.
Steal almost by Brown, and he does steal it. And then it's knocked out, last touch by Princeton, John Thompson.
Good hustle by Steve Brown. He calculated the risk there, went for the ball, and finally came up with it. Rutgers needs to do some of that. That's why Craig, I'm sure, moved that pressure out to three-quarter point, pick up the tempo a little bit.
Watson for three, short. Scrabus with the rebound. I'll tell you, that Scrabus, he is tough underneath the boards. Just 6'3", so comparatively small when you're talking about the big giants underneath.
Probably has the most potential all around on that Princeton team. Offense, defense, rebounding.
Hook by Williams. Here is Steve Brown. And Steve Watson. Miles Dixon. Brown for three. Well, that could have been a 4-point play had that gone in. Danica back in. Watson will leave for Rutgers. And Steve Brown will be going to the line to shoot free throws. Steve Brown, senior from Trenton, New Jersey.
Started every game last year. Also has a distinction last year being the only player that played an entire game.
His first is good. Steve Brown canned a very big shot early in the season for Rutgers when they defeated Lafayette. Hit it right at the end of the game. And his second is good. Both Rutgers victories here at the Athletic Center. Very close. Rutgers beating Ryder in overtime and then winning it nearly at the buzzer. About 5 seconds left against Lafayette.
Steve Brown made that shot, I believe.
Yes.
Almost had that other steal.
(33-25).
Long passes by Princeton.
Scrabus. 3.5 remaining first half. Thompson brings it right back out to Harnum, and here is a timeout taken by Pete Carrill's Princeton Tigers. Timeout with 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here in the first half. The score is Princeton 33 and Rutgers 25.
Uncle Sam is giving you the best reason to apply now for home equity ready credit, a rare tax deduction. Call Amboy Madison National Bank, 1-800-AMB-MTGS.
TKR Advertising. It can work for you.
And back at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center, where Princeton leads Rutgers by the score of 33-25. And Dick Lloyd, Princeton has canned 5 3-point field goals, and that's, of course, 15 points. That's the difference in the game.
Sure, they're not done yet either. They'll get more attempts at that 3-point range, probably put more of them in, although Rutgers may stay with the man-to-man a little more, giving Princeton a little bit of a problem. They'll come back with 20-something. They're running it down now on the shot clock. At 17. They'll have 17 on that shot clock. Watch how far, when they run that man offense, they bring it out. It just opens it up and creates those cutting lanes.
All right, the Tigers will inbound. 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Joey Scott almost at half court starting that.
Rutgers coming out now. Scrabus, baseline, in trouble. Gets it out. Alan Williams hits.
The centers are always good jump shooters also. Not great in the power moves. They don't operate down low, but they pull up high. Good passers, can't hit the outside shot.
10-point lead for Princeton. That one thrown away by Rutgers. Brown trying to, well, don't know whether he was trying to hit Peterson or Datica really, but the pass sails out of bounds. 10-point lead for the Tigers. 35-25, 2:50 remaining. Princeton still with that hot shooting, 61% from the field.
Another 3-point attempt done by Harnum.
Datica into Riggins, and Eric Riggins cannot hit. Beautiful pass by Datica.
Riggins bobbled a little bit going up. Didn't quite have the handle on it.
Scott brings it back out for the Tigers. 2 minutes remaining first half. Princeton by 10. 35-25. And Williams trying to sneak away from Riggins inside. The pass goes astray.
Tried to make that little backdoor cut. That's almost one of their patented plays when they have that little interchange of the guards out there. Center takes a step to the ball and then goes backdoor.
Riggins has it stripped. Scrabus, good defensive play. And he now at the basketball. Steve Brown reaches in from behind.
That zone's tough for Princeton. They'll collapse when it comes inside. Aaron Bell's coming in.
Aaron Bells, number 43, and number 40, Anders Vestergaard. Vestergaard, a freshman from Kingston, New York. Aaron Bells, senior from Silver Spring, Maryland. So Pete Carrill getting some fresh troops in there. Here's Scrabus. Minute and a half remaining. Scott brings it back out. 23 on the 45-second clock. Scott almost carried it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. A minute remaining in the first half. Scrabus outside. Harnum hits for three.
Nice move by Scrabus, too. He's really good off. Got a quick first step. Drove that baseline all the way out to Harnum.
Princeton by 13. 38-25. Datica. Nixon, 40 seconds remaining. Watson for three. No good. Gets his own rebound. Fires and doesn't get it. Foul is on...
I think it's on Peterson.
It's on Peterson. All right. Second, I had him for three. And Mark Peterson is glad I'm not keeping the official stats.
So are his parents.
Here is Princeton with the basketball, almost thrown away.
Almost is right.
18 seconds remaining. Tigers may play for the last shot here. Nope. Harnum. Bullseye from three-point range. 41-25. Tigers might lead the nation with three-point shots after this game. Datica doesn't go. And that'll do it. So it's Princeton in the first half. Three-point shots. And that's basically the whole story, Dick Lloyd.
And they're shooting well. We looked at that stat. It's not right now, but 64% at one point just before the end of the half. And when you think how many of those are three-point shots, that's a tremendous shooting percentage.
All right, so we're going to take a short break. And we'll be back with a look at the first half. And second half action, your score at halftime is Princeton 41 and Rutgers 25. Kirk Riggins had 10 points. He had a very solid performance. Rick Datica with 5 points. Steve Brown with 4. And Mark Peterson did have 4 rebounds for the Scarlet Knights. He led them in that category. For Princeton, Alan Williams with 15 points, and a couple of them were from the outside for a center. Bob Scrabus with 12 points. He did have 4 rebounds underneath the boards also for Princeton, so he played a very solid first half. And Harnum with 11 points for the Tigers as well. And their score at halftime is 41-25. And as we mentioned, Princeton just phenomenal from three-point range. Tigers really filling the basket.
Like the way Bob Scrabus is playing too. Looks very, very good. Got a great quick step. It seems that when Princeton gets in trouble with their man offense and their almost out of time on that clock, they can give it to him and let him create something. Makes a good quick move. That time he made that quick move along the baseline, dished it out to Harnum in the corner for a three-point basket.
All right, Princeton will inbounds. Just got a quick look at Pete Carrill. Looks very relaxed.
I was just going to say the relaxed Pete Carrill.
All right, the Tigers moving from left to right. Just underway. Here's Scott, number 4. Moving against Steve Brown. 5-second violation against Scott. Joe Scott.
One of the rule changes this year, they took the midcourt out. Normally, under the old rule, if you had been dribbling that mid-court area and came out of it, they'd start a new count. Now the count stays the same.
Into Riggins, knocked away. Just too many hands in there. Riggins ends up on the floor.
That's where Rutgers is having trouble with their turnovers, is that collapsing zone. It makes it tough for the guys inside.
Williams to Screvis, and it counts.
What a nice play. Allen gets that down there. Allen Williams just stands and waits and lets some people cut. That was a very nice play.
Bob Screvis, the sophomore, only a sophomore from Avon, New Jersey, with the basket. You know, you take a look at this roster for Princeton, it's a pretty young team. Scott and Williams, the only seniors in the starting lineup. Not too many seniors up and down the roster. Screvis eyes the basket and hits.
Looking at those first half stats, too, look at John Thompson. No field goal attempts, no foul shots. He's got 1 offense and 1 defensive rebound.
Riggins, turnaround is good. Eric Riggins. And Rutgers sorely needed that bucket, 44-27.
Thompson doesn't even seem to look to shoot in the offense.
Screvis, excuse me, dribbles on the out-of-bounds line, much to the dismay of Princeton head coach Pete Carrill.
Well, he said he got fouled. He got pushed out. Used to be years ago, when some of us played the game, there was such a call as a force out. They eliminated that quite a while ago.
Here's Riggins. Outside Steve Brown for 3. Rebound Peterson, and the foul will be on Scott, who doesn't particularly agree with the call.
Tough call to make that. I don't think Pete agrees with it either. It was tough because the official came from behind the play. Pete's now moving over, making some friends on the bench. Craig Littlepage saying, I agree with that. That was a good call.
Here's Brown setting up the Rutgers offense. Scarlet Knights trail by 17. Peterson with a strong move underneath. Mark Peterson.
Rutgers wants to do that. They know that's where Princeton's a little weak inside. They don't have a lot of size.
44-29 the score. Orlandini traveled. Hasn't been a real strong game for Orlandini thus far. And Orlandini steals it, just as I was talking about him. Then he passed it to Brown, who passed it to Dixon. Dixon the other way to Peterson. Offensive foul against Miles Dixon. I believe it's against Dixon.
Against Dixon, Williams stepped in, drew that foul. That momentum could have helped Rutgers at that point, gotten the crowd into the game a little bit.
Let's take a look at the steal once again.
Good strip by Joey Scott there.
And then the re-steal. All right. Back to live action. Princeton with the basketball here. Scott. Screvis. Scott for 3.
Pete Carrill confirmed that. He stood up for the three-point signal.
47-29. Princeton with their largest lead. They're up by 18. Emery Ward with a strong move. And the foul.
Great move there. Really hung in the air and strong on that move. Princeton almost got it again. As soon as that ball goes inside, they collapse. Just go right for that ball.
Emery Ward, sophomore from Jersey City. At the line, he'll try to complete a three-point play. And it's no good. Rebound, Peterson. Doesn't go. Rebound, Ward doesn't go. Tapped around. Brown comes down with it. Nice pass to Riggins, who lays it in.
Good effort by Rutgers.
Crowd calling for defense now. Orlandini almost lost the handle. 15 seconds remaining on the 45-second clock. Scott from outside, three-point range doesn't go. Emery Ward has seemed to give him the nicest spark.
He certainly has. He's come in and played really well from both ends of the floor.
And Rutgers will set it up now. Miles Dixon. It's a 14-point Princeton lead. Riggins. Ward with the rebound and the basket.
Could be the substitution of the night.
Emery Ward has really come in and lifted the Scarlet Knights, the crowd on its feet. A timeout. 15 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. The score, Princeton 47, Rutgers 35.
She taught you to appreciate the finer things in life. Give her a gift that will make her glad she did. A beautiful fur by Guarino. After all, every woman wants a Guarino under her tree this Christmas. Furs by Guarino, Route 22 West in Greenbrook.
And there are a couple of Rutgers rooters. And the crowd alive now as Rutgers has come back a bit. The Scarlet Knights have outscored the Tigers 10-3 here in the second half.
Well, Emery Ward, I think, gets credit for bringing the crowd back into the basketball game. He's putting a little spark into the Rutgers team.
This gentleman who is unfazed by it all. All right, Princeton will inbound. John Thompson. 4 second-half turnovers by Princeton. Now, remember, the Tigers had only 2 in the first half. And there's another. Emery Ward with the steal. And they say he stepped out of bounds. It'll be Princeton's
Emery
ball.
Ward again. Excuse me, Lou.
And the Tigers will inbound. Thompson. Another steal. Dixon. Steve ran into steal, and then Scott ran into Dixon.
Complete turnaround here for Princeton now, losing their poise, their composure, starting to throw it away.
Riggins now will inbound. And here's Steve Brown setting it up for the Scarlet Knights, who trail by 12, but they've made a nice comeback here early on in the second half. Brown, Dixon from the foul line, no good. Rebound, Ward puts it up, no good, but draws the foul. Emery Ward.
Hey, he came to play tonight, Lou. There's no question about that.
Pete Carell is asking Craig Littlepage, what did you feed that guy tonight? Look at Pete. I don't know if we get a shot of Pete. Quite a character. Emery Ward on the line. He will shoot 2. The foul was on John Thompson. That's his 3rd. Ward cannot connect on the first. He'll get another. Second on its way and good. So it's an 11-point game, 47-36. Tigers bring it across. Here's Orlandini, Thompson. Rutgers with pressure. And Alan Williams comes back to help out. Tigers spreading it out. The steal by Riggins. Tapped back to Brown, then regained by Princeton. And then stolen by Rutgers. Here comes Dixon. Brings it back out. Riggins. Yes, and a foul. Foul is on Peterson, but the basket does count.
Peterson was trying to screen out that baseline man in the zone to make that a clear jumper.
Let's watch it again. Watch the play.
We're going to go through the series of the follow the ball here on the floor. Scabas. He gets it off to Williams. He can't handle it. Tries to throw it cross court to Scott. He can't handle it. Dixon, smart, brings it back out.
Brings it back out. And then they got it over to Riggins and Pete Carrill.
He took his whole staff down there.
All right, there is a timeout. 14 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. The score, Princeton 47 and Rutgers 38.
Ho, ho, ho! Here's a holiday hint dropper from Effinger Sporting Goods.
The Rawlings BG-110 Youth Size Baseball Glove is perfect for little leaguers. Regularly $21.95, but now through Christmas, it's just $14.95 while supplies last.
Effinger's has perfect holiday gifts for everyone. Look for the holiday hint droppers in your local newspaper. Ho, 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 ho.
Visit Santa's one-stop shop, Effinger's, New Jersey's largest sporting goods complex. Open Sundays in December till Christmas.
Look at some of the crowd here at Rutgers. Scarlet Knights have climbed back into the game, 47-38. All Princeton in the first half, but Rutgers has had much better of the play here in the second.
Well, they're playing with a little bit of emotion now, and that helps quite a bit. They're keeping that pressure on. They had extended it out to full court. They're staying with the man-to-man defense, making it a little tougher for Princeton to get those standstill jumpers.
All right, John Thompson will trigger for Princeton. And the foul is against Riggins.
Foul on Eric Riggins for holding.
That's his second foul. Rutgers 6 out of 11 shooting here in this second half. Princeton has taken only 3 shots. They go backdoor. Thompson feeds Williams. Rejected by Peterson. Here comes Brown on the break. He pops. Doesn't go. Rebound to Williams.
Williams looking at the official on both ends. He wanted a foul down the offensive end. The same thing on that defensive rebound. Thought he got grabbed.
Here's Alan Williams back out. Thompson had a 3-point shot, didn't take it. Scrabus for 3. Doesn't go. Peterson loses it, and it will be Rutgers' ball as it was last touched by Orlandini. Peterson hit the floor hard.
I guess anybody that big is going to hit the floor hard when they come down.
Now Mark 6'9", 245. under 14 minutes remaining. Here's Riggins. Steve Brown. Miles Dixon, three-point range. Dixon now inside. Back out, Dixon. Miles Dixon fires and hits. It's a 7-point game, 47-40, Princeton. Gravis and the foul outside. I believe it'll be against Riggins.
Gravis tough to play when they clear that side out for him. He's got great quickness, particularly in that first step.
That's Riggins' third personal foul. 5 team fouls on the Scarlet Knights here in the second half. Princeton will inbound underneath their own bucket. Thompson into Scravis, quickly puts it up. Nice baby hook shot by Scravis.
Riggins just got caught napping there a second. Didn't realize the play was going to begin. Almost picked up his fourth.
49-40, Tigers by 9. Riggins. Peterson with the rebound. And the foul on Princeton.
Rutgers really doing a much better job this half on that offensive board. They're really hitting it hard.
Orlandini called for the personal. That's his 4th foul. And they're going to have to take him out. Will P. Carrill. And Mike Harnum replaces Orlandini. All right, Peterson at the line. Hit 2 free throws earlier. Gets this one. 3 for 3 for the big guy. And the second is good also, so he's perfect from the free throw line. 49-42. Princeton by 7. Harnum brings it across against Dixon. Here's Scravis. Scravis, nice move baseline. Thompson. Alan Williams back out to Thompson, who pops short. Riggins fouled by Scravis over the back.
Has to be John Thompson's first shot, I believe.
That is the 16th foul against the Tigers.
Both teams like to get a win here. Both have tough holiday tournaments. Rutgers in the Holiday Festival. Princeton going out, I guess, to the Hoosier.
The Hoosier Classic, yeah. Indiana. That ought to be some game, huh? Pete Carrill and Bobby Knight.
I know Bobby Knight won't zone him.
There's Emery Ward with the fall away. Peterson with the rebound. Mark Peterson playing a strong second half. .44, 5-point Princeton lead. 11 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Scott on the foul line, yes. .51-44 Princeton. Through the legs of Thompson.
He tried to go baseline like Scabis has been doing. Lost the handle on it. Always screening down Princeton. Always bringing their forwards back up. A lot of movement.
Gravis cross court, threw it away. Looking for Thompson, but over his head.
Went baseline again, tried to get across court.
Rick Datica into the game for Steve Brown, who played well. Datica back in there.
Craig looking for a little more outside shooting, perhaps.
Riggins. Foul will be on Peterson, or is it Emery Ward? Ward came up with the rebound. That's only Ward's first foul. Each team now with 16 fouls here in the second half, so everything from now on will be a 1-and-1. Scrabus, those cross-court passes by Princeton.
Unusual against man-to-man, but effective.
Williams, nice move underneath, stepped on the baseline. Basket does not count.
Pete Carroll holding court with the sports writers over there.
Look at Pete.
I wonder if they can print that.
Peterson doesn't go.
Good move. He's playing very effective down there. Really gone to the hoop hard.
And what's the call here against Rutgers?
Against Datica, a little too much contact outside.
And again, both teams, well, at least Rutgers now, over the limit, so Princeton will be shooting. Here is Joe Scott. He'll go to the line. And his first is good. Dixon and Scott having some words. Second, good. So he hits both, and Princeton leads by 9, 53-44. Emery Ward banks it off the board, doesn't go. Dixon underneath, doesn't go. Ward doesn't go. Three-foot quarter. Here's Danica, doesn't go. Four shot, tapped up again. And the foul on Princeton.
You talk about offensive boards. Rutgers must have picked up 3 or 4 for their stats right there.
Fourth foul on Alan Williams. That's a critical foul for Princeton. And Brent Miley into the game. He's a junior from Boulder, Colorado. Rutgers calls time. Craig Littlepage wants to talk it over. 9 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the second half. And your score is Princeton 53, Rutgers 44.
Juvenile diabetes is not just for kids. It can strike anyone at any age.
I know. I have diabetes.
And insulin is not a cure.
I know. I have diabetes.
Juvenile diabetes increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, and is a leading cause of blindness.
I know. I have diabetes.
It's time we gave diabetes our best shot, a cure. Support the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. Help us find a cure for the third largest killer disease.
Back at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. Look at the Rutgers pep band. For that, kind of a long shot of the pretty good crowd here tonight. Keeping in mind, of course, it is a Saturday night, and it is the height of the holiday season. A lot of people have things to do, so a lot of people showed up for tonight's ball game.
For sure, Emery Ward showed up for tonight's ball game. He's really been the spark this second half.
And the Rutgers cheerleaders, of course, always do a terrific job. All right, Riggins is on the line. 1-1 for Eric. First is in and out. Rebound, Scravis. Nine-point Princeton lead. Tigers looking to go back up by 11.
Scravis wasn't set that time on the jumper. Rushed it a little too much.
Datica for three. Yes. Rick Datica. And just like that, it's a 6-point game, 53-47. Steal by Dixon and then the foul on Miles Dixon. Miley at the line, hits the first. Brett Miley. They'll get another. Second is good. 55-47, 8-point Tiger lead. 8 minutes remaining in the second half. Here's Steve Brown. Three-guard offense now. Brown for three. Doesn't go. You got Datica, Dixon, and Brown in there for Rutgers.
Princeton playing with 2 6'3" guys in there. Scravis, Harnum.
Rutgers fans looking for a travel against Thompson. Nothing called. Harnum. Rebound Ward. Emery Ward. Still in there playing a solid second half. Here's Brown as Rutgers looks to cut it to 5. Looks to cut it to 6 or 5 if they can get a three-point shot. Datica for three. Traveling. Craig Littlepage says no, no.
I thought a pretty good call there. I'm a little bit further away than Craig and the official, but I was screened out. I could just see that 1 foot moving. I thought, gee, heard that whistle go.
Princeton will throw in Thompson. Hear some of the Rutgers fans chanting boring. Walk on Scravis. But Dick, as you mentioned, this is typical Princeton basketball.
It hasn't changed at all and won't change really. And it's good solid basketball. Good fundamental basketball. Pass, cut, open up those lanes. You don't get it, bring it out, run the set again.
Right, here's Brown. (55-47), 8-point Princeton lead. Peterson is hammered inside. Foul will be on Miley. And that'll send Mark Peterson to the line. 1-1. There's Pete Carrill. Looking up at the clock.
Trying to figure out how can I stop this? What's going wrong? Loosen that tie up a little bit. Was he fanning himself off there or making some gesture towards the officials?
I'll tell you, you've ever seen Princeton play, it's worth the price of admission just to see Pete Carrill coach.
Mark Peterson made a nice, strong move that time. Princeton did their normal, collapsing on that zone, but they caught the hand instead of the ball.
Peterson really on the mark from the foul stripe tonight. He hasn't missed. 55-49, 6-point Princeton lead. 6 minutes remaining in the second half. Arnhem, Thompson, Miley.
Princeton playing with Miley in there, played a total of 25 minutes.
Scott for three, way off. Emory Ward with the rebound. Here comes Rutgers. Steve Brown brings it up. He can cut the Princeton lead to 4. If the Scarlet Knights can get a hoop this time down. 5.5 remaining. Brown inside Peterson. Foul from behind will be on Miley. Alan Williams back into the game. Brent Miley will leave.
Rutgers playing smart basketball, looking to get that ball inside where they have a tremendous size advantage, tremendous physical advantage for that matter.
Mark Peterson will shoot a 1-and-1. He's perfect from the line. Princeton, this is the last guy you want on the line tonight. Got it. Mark Peterson, 55-51. Rutgers with pressure, and Princeton turns it over. Knights with the basketball. Arnhem dribbled it off his foot. Here comes Brown, and the Rutgers crowd is alive. 55-51. Riggins pops and hits. No, timeout Princeton as Thompson calls for time. Couldn't get the ball in bounds and asked for time. And the Rutgers crowd is on its feet. 4:59 remaining. Your score is Princeton 55, Rutgers 53.
For as long as children have looked forward to Christmas, someone very special has been there to help spread happiness. That special someone has worked hard every year to bring Christmas to every child, everywhere. And this year, like every year, he needs your help. Give a new unwrapped toy to Toys for Tots with a Marine Corps Reserve.
The Rutgers crowd is alive here at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center as you can hear them whooping it up. Rutgers has come back, and Princeton still leads it on a score of 55-53, but now the Scarlet Knights, Dick, have the crowd back into the game, and that's something Princeton, I'm sure, didn't want to see happen.
You know, they sure do, and they're playing really smart basketball. They're being patient. They're really working the ball inside. That's a big credit to Craig Littlepage, who I'm sure is orchestrating that. They're 6'8", 6'6", 6'9" along that front line compared with Princeton. Williams at 6'6", the other two guys 6'3", so they're taking advantage of that size.
Princeton does get it in. Tigers with the basketball in the front court. 30 seconds remaining on the 45-second clock. 4:40 remaining in the second half. 55-53.
The only thing Williams has to watch in that play in there is he doesn't get a 5-second call. He holds that ball looking for some cutters. Could be close to 5 seconds.
10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And Brown with the foul. Steve Brown called for the personal. You know, we talked about Emory Ward, his performance in this half. He has 9 rebounds in this half.
He's provided a real spark.
Joe Scott at the line. gets the roll. He'll get another. And he hits both. 57-53, Princeton by 4. Riggins is fouled. Thompson on the personal. Attendance tonight, 4,566. So the Athletic Center a little bit more than half full.
And certainly alive right now.
Eric Riggins will shoot 2. He can draw Rutgers to within 2 again. His first on the way and good.
You can almost sense Princeton knowing the inevitable is coming, and we're just trying to hang on. Rutgers playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Second is good. So Riggins hits both. 57-55, 4 minutes remaining. Scrabus has the basketball in the backcourt for the Princeton Tigers. Across the midcourt line, here's Williams. He's up high, gives this Scott. Scott, Thompson cutting his Harnum, puts it up, no good. Is it good? It is good. Basket counts, but an offensive foul. I believe the basket counts. Yes, sir. They say score the points, but an offensive foul on Harnum. All right, Mark Peterson, who has been deadly at the line, is there once again. He'll have a 1-and-1. And he rattles the first one in. And he doesn't get the second. That's his first miss of the evening. 59-56 Princeton. 3:45 remaining. Harnum almost traveled. Nothing called. Here's Williams. Up high, gives to Scott, and the Tigers will run their offense. Cross court, Williams. Scott, three-pointer. Good. Joe Scott. Big bucket. Princeton by 5. Tigers lead at 6. Excuse me, Princeton by 6. Tigers lead 62-56.
This is where the shot clock is a factor.
Riggins off the mark. Rebound Scott. One of the few times that Emory Ward didn't get position to get the ball.
Other years it would be about now that Pete would have his team just stretch it out a little bit now and sit on it a little bit without having to change their offense.
Harnum takes it all the way and scores. Tough move. Mike Harnum.
Nice drive. Shouldn't have been able to go all the way down that lane, though. Someone should have been helping out.
64-56, 8-point lead for Princeton. Miles Dixon. Riggins into Peterson. Out to Dixon. Danica for 3. Yes. Five-point Princeton lead. 64-59. The cutting Scott does not go for the shot. Now for 3, it's blocked. The foul is on Ward. Emory Ward called for the personal.
Got a piece of the shot, then hit him afterwards.
That's his second personal. Steve Brown back into the game. Datica out for Rutgers. And Scott goes to the line. He's a good free throw shooter. 1-and-1 for the Tiger guard. First is good. Princeton always has had that reputation, of course, as being a good free throw shooting team. And he hits the second. 66-59. Princeton by 7. 2 minutes remaining. Here's Brown. Riggins inside to Peterson. The foul, I believe, will be on Thompson.
Yeah, you have to try and front that baseline, man. Problem is, Peterson's a pretty big guy to get around.
And that's 5 personal fouls on Thompson. He has fouled out. Aaron Bells into the game for Princeton. Datica returns for Rutgers. Mark Peterson at the line. Look at Pete looking up at the clock.
Bells, I think, actually gives him a little bit more right now. Now, it's a tough situation to come off the bench, but I think he'll give him a little bit more offense than John Thompson did. He has the capability to hit those outside jumpers. Peterson
hits the first, and Mark has been outstanding from the line tonight. Second, good. 66-61. Inside 2 minutes now. Tigers working the clock. They lead by 5. Foul on Ward. Reaching in against Aaron Bells. Bells will go to the line. Peterson. Mark Peterson is connected on 10 free throws tonight.
Against Davidson, Aaron Bells came in, hit his season-high 7 points, hit a three-pointer, just got a couple assists.
And Craig Littlepage calls for timeout, and the timeout is granted. 1 minute, 39 seconds remaining. We'll take a break. Your score is Princeton 66, Rutgers 61.
Ho, ho, ho! Here's a holiday hint dropper from Effinger Sporting Goods.
NFL shirts by Rawlings make a great gift for football fans. Available in 2 styles, 100% nylon mesh and heavyweight 50-50 polyester blend.
Effinger's has perfect holiday gifts for everyone. Look for the holiday hint droppers in your local newspaper. Ho, 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 ho.
Visit Santa's one-stop shop, Effinger's, New Jersey's largest sporting goods complex. Open Sundays in December till Christmas.
Well, Dick, 1 minute, 39 seconds remaining now. What can we expect to see from both teams the rest of the way?
I don't think we'll see a lot of change, particularly with the shot clock. Pete can't hang on to it. He's going to, I'm sure, try to eat up as much of that time as he can, make sure it's a good shot. Rutgers got to keep that pressure on. I don't think they can waste too much time when they come down. They want to put it up, go to the glass, keep going inside if they can, get the three-point play inside as much as possible.
All right, Aaron Bells will be at the line for the Tigers. He'll have a 1-and-1 coming up. In case you just joined us, Princeton off to the terrific start in the first half, especially from three-point range, doing a great job. Rutgers made a nice comeback, early stages of the second half. Princeton still leading by 5. Bells misses the free throw, and Ward comes down with the rebound. All right, Steve Brown brings it up quickly. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Datica, Riggins. Back to Datica. Here's Steve Brown. Bounce pass inside. Peterson loses. Foul is on Princeton. And Peterson again goes through the line. 1 minute, 22 seconds remaining.
Obvious Rutgers didn't want to change it. This game still wants to go inside, stop the clock, pick up the foul, put your best shooter at least tonight on that foul line.
Mark Peterson, 1-and-1, hits the first. But I'll tell you, if Rutgers somehow, some way comes back and wins this game, you got to really think about Mark Peterson from the line tonight. He and Emery Ward, certainly the difference for Rutgers.
No question about that.
It's a 3-point game, 66-63 Princeton. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining, and Rutgers used to playing these type of games here at the Athletic Center, at least this season. This is not out of the ordinary. Traveling!
Good call by the official. Joey did pick that ball up, take a little stutter step before he put it down.
Here come the Scarlet Knights. Brown brings it across. 1:05 remaining. 66-63. Riggins to Datica. Steve Brown. Datica looks for three now. Brown inside to Peterson. Turnaround is short. Ward tried to save it. Stepped on the end line. Nope. It was knocked out by Princeton. Rutgers will retain. Brown will inbounds. We're under a minute, 53 seconds remaining. Brown, dangerous pass. Riggins comes up with it for three. Doesn't go. Rebound, Datica. Tough rebound. Datica. Riggins for three. Doesn't go. Rebound, Peterson. Loses. And the foul on Princeton.
As you said before, Mark Peterson a real factor now, and you can see that. They keep working it to that right side. Williams or Bell's trying to front him, can't front him because he holds his position very well. He's done a great job off the glass.
And again, it is Peterson at the line. Some big free throws here. He'll shoot two. First, no good. And now they're going to say, hey, the buzzer sounded for some reason during that free throw, and Craig Littlepage saying, you can't count that free throw.
Should be interesting.
And they'll have to talk it over. Pete Carrill says, yes, you can. You can count that free throw. Kind of a bizarre situation.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm trying to think. I like to think I know the rules, but I can't handle this one. I don't know whether that's a correctable error.
I would think, now this is just a wild guess, I would think in all fairness that they shouldn't count it, but, you know, I'm not sure.
You know,
but he did shoot it, so two sides of the coin. Craig Littlepage doesn't look overly thrilled.
What if it had gone in?
Right. And we still don't. Look at Pete. And it does count. And they say, nope. It does count. The second's good. That could be costly for Rutgers. Timeout, 37 seconds. We'll keep it right here. 37 seconds, 66-64. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I haven't. But I would think that in that situation, it's the home team. The home team is in charge of that table. And it was an unfortunate accident, but can't give him another shot at it.
And Rutgers gets gypped at least a point. Well, you can't say he got gypped because he did miss it. Had it gone in and they didn't count it for some reason, it would have been different.
Now, Princeton had the same situation against Davidson. Davidson came back the same way. Princeton with a 6-point lead. They couldn't get the ball in bounds. They use that play along the baseline where they'll send two guys out of bounds and pass along the baseline. They did that earlier tonight. They did that against Davidson. We'll see if they do that to get the ball in now.
I would assume now Craig Littlepage would go to that pressure in the backcourt.
He'll keep that pressure on just as they have now. They'll have to pick him up and keep the pressure on.
Meanwhile, Pete Carrill looking for some good ball handlers in there to try to get the ball up court.
Shot clock is off, so that's not a factor at this point. Rutgers going to have to foul someone, hoping you foul the person who can't put it in the hole.
If you're looking for, I guess more correctly to say looking for people not to foul, certainly Rutgers doesn't want to foul Joe Scott. number 4. He's probably the best free throw shooter out there. Scravis also a good free throw shooter. I would think probably Bells if he touches the ball for Princeton.
That was close. They had Scott right in the corner where they wanted to trap him. He was able to get out of it, and they called the foul on Rutgers for sticking that leg in. Craig Littlepage looking for the hook of the arm on Scott.
This is a good look at Craig Littlepage, assistant coach Bill Kilduff. And
Tom Crowley in the left there, Gene Nieberline, Mo Layton.
Riggins comes in, I believe. Steve Brown, that's his 5th foul, so he has fouled out. And Littlepage talking to Dixon.
Only took 2 seconds off the clock.
But they did foul Scott, which is something I don't think they particularly wanted to do. Very tough, though, in that situation, Dick. Of course, as you well know, not to foul him because he's the guy that's going to have the ball.
You got it.
And the Rutgers fans behind the basket trying to intimidate Scott, but he sank that one coolly. He's got another coming, and he hits. I mean, he is smooth on that line.
Clutch shooting, no doubt.
68-64, 30 seconds remaining. Rutgers is going to have to get it up. Datica for 3, in and out. Princeton with the ball. Here comes Harnum. And Emery Ward on the foul. It will be a 1-and-1. Harnum will go to the line. 23 seconds remaining.
Craig wanted that one. Of course, that's what Rutgers wanted to do. Come down. Can't waste the time to work it around to try to dump it inside. Down 4. Try for that 3-point play. Datica's shot was in and back out. Made it a tough rebound when it came out, too. Riggins was too far underneath to get it.
And the crowd begins to file out of it. Harnum sinks the first. And the second is good also. That puts Princeton in pretty good shape.
Princeton clutch off the line.
Tigers up by 6. Here's Datica. Riggins for 3. Oh, almost. Peterson puts it in and calls for time. Mark Peterson sinks it. 11 seconds remaining. 70-66. Good ball game, though, Dick. Rutgers trailing early to Princeton. And now they're going to go back out there, so it's a very quick timeout.
I didn't understand that. They didn't charge a timeout there.
All right. It appeared as if Rutgers had called for time, though. I saw Peterson call for time.
I'm sure they would have the clock stopped.
Uh-huh. Fouls on Datica. So they get what they wanted to accomplish there is they get the foul with no time expiring on the clock.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to leave this game right now. 11 seconds, 4 points. Knowing Rutgers' history here. Not sure what stopped that clock, though.
I saw
certainly an advantage.
I did see Peterson signal for a timeout after he made the basket.
That would be natural. They want to stop the clock.
Yeah. Harnum can't hit. Scott and a jump ball with Ward. It will be Rutgers' ball on the alternating possession. And you got to give some credit to Joe Scott. 5'11", and he went up there with Emery Ward and got that rebound. Knights will throw it in.
Datica getting long pass.
Datica, Watson for 3. No good. Rebound. Riggins puts it up and in. 4 seconds, though. And they stop the clock. And I'm not sure what this is about. 70-68 is the score. And Rutgers has called an illegal timeout, which should be a technical foul. So Princeton will get a shot. Scott will shoot the free throw. If he hits it, he's in pretty good shape.
I'd almost ask, but I should know, I guess, why it was an illegal timeout. Are they over their limit?
I would guess so. And he hits. Now, if he hits this one, it's a victory for Princeton. The Tigers have just about broken the string of 10 years where Princeton would win one and Rutgers would win one, and that'll do it. Princeton has now won 2 in a row for the first time in 10 years, as the Tigers win it by the score of 72-68. And Dick Lloyd, an entertaining game.
A great basketball game. I think Rutgers hung in there, came back. Princeton shot very well. Good game, both clubs' standpoints.
Okay, Dick, it was a pleasure working with you. Thanks very much. And that'll do it for the rest of the Channel 6 Sports crew. And Dick Lloyd, I'm Lou Brogdon. Thanks for joining us. Rutgers University basketball is brought to you by Effinger Sporting Goods, located on Route 28 in Bound Brook, and by Furs by Guarino. Every woman wants a Guarino under her tree this Christmas. And by Amboy Madison National Bank, with 11 locations in the Old Bridge, Parlin area. Once again, the final score is Princeton 72, Rutgers 68.